And hello to all friends, Potato is with you. And today, we will have on view a mod from our team, about our team, with a huge number of references. In short, whoever fumbles, he will understand everything. We look until the very end. There are very carbon monoxide moments here. But before you start watching, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it and click on the bell, so as not to miss new videos. After all, they come out every day. But we're getting started. So, well, let's start considering this whole fashion. Let's open the chest, and now you will be just in shock. Because our entire team is here. Look, these are Yuxi, Potato, Ryabomchik, Axel, Rishu, and also the dwarf himself. It's generally unusual to actually have heads. They can't be put on, by the way. Let's check it out. So again, you can't wear them. They can only be placed in a frame. Let's do it now, by the way. I'm very interested in what it will look like. They will be 3- or not. So, where would it all be done? Let's do it here on Earth. And so we put Yuxi in short. By the way, it's not 3Ds, but it just sticks out a little bit. In short, a cool potato, Kyriabomchik. Who knows these here, by the way? Kyriabomchik, Axel, Rishu, and Gnome. Be sure to write in the comments. I think that Gnome, you know everything for sure. Yuxi, you know everything for sure. Of course you know me for sure. And our other main builders, who are also engaged in the creation of other projects, let's say as the creation of our assembly. They were all engaged together. Then, they also built a map for the series. They were building another map. In short, not just the best builders, the best people in our team. And of course, a dwarf who flies off to his nomendi all the time, and sometimes appears in Vidosics. By the way, these are completely unusual items. They are very expensive to craft, and from them in the future we will be able to make new very imbic items. But as Imbavi, they do a lot of damage, they give a lot of everything, but they are also incredibly expensive to craft. In short, before that, let's see what we have here according to the description. Yuxi is our best catalyst for potatoes. Further, the potato is the god of this fashion. Kyriabomchik is the creator of this mod. Yes, by the way, it was he who created this mod. I don't know what about Axel decisions somehow took part here or not, but I remember for sure that he created it for about a month and a half for sure. I drew all sorts of textures there, I sent something there, and then when I sent this mod, I go in like this, I see all these heads, I see all the crafts, and I'm just in shock. In short, you're just a very cool person. By the way, we have already shoved it into our assembly, on our server. Then there is Axel. This is the best leader of the 3 Kardafan builders. Somehow it translates like that, but in short, we have 3 builders. This is just the same Bomchik, Axel, and I will decide. I'll decide, by the way, the creator of our mut pack is just the same, but also Axel and Kyriabomchik himself took part in this pack. Well, in short, Axel is just the same leader of all builders. Here's our great trinity. And of course, a gnome who flies to Nomadia with the internet 1 bit a year. Yes, this is a very cool reference. In short, you can remember we had a dwarf appear in some videos. Let's say as where we investigated a murder, where he just flew out all the time. Then he flew out where the drill was shorter, and still kind of flew out somewhere. Well, in short, it was a lot of fun. Here, he crashes all the time, but in fact he has a good internet, just well, there are problems. Now let's do you know what? Let's take a look at the crafting of these heads. And now you will just be surprised. The first yucks, and here a gold block, an iron block, as many as 4 purple dyes are made, which is already a reference to the yucks of golden apples and 2 diamonds. These are eyes or whatever it is, but in short, 2 diamonds. Next comes the potato. Here it is made of everything in general. This, it is I who do not know the center of the universe. It is made from a box of potatoes, from a farmer passed this poisonous potato, from ordinary potatoes, from such a blue potet, with which it is also made later, we will see how, from a gnome, from an Axel, from a Kyriabomchika, also from Yuxi. In short, potatoes are made from everything. This is probably the most expensive craft in this fashion, although there may be a little more expensive if you look. Then there is the Axel. We make it from the blood of builders, potatoes. In short, our builders have been working on everything for a very long time. They're getting tired, and everything is difficult for them. And here they have, you see, the shorter reference here is that their blood is secreted. They just die, roughly speaking. Then there are also 2 cakes, a trident, 2 hay snaps, 2 nautilus shells, also pinkta. Then there is Kyriabomchik himself, the creator of this mod. It is made simply from 8 dynamites, and also 1 builder's blood. Rishu is made of again, 1 builder's blood, for rotten flesh, 1 bone. By the way, this is all a reference to the ghoul, who he is, the 2 eyes of Ender, and also the emerald block. And finally, a dwarf, a great dwarf. How is it done? From the mushroom light of 2 brown mushrooms, 2 distorted mushrooms, 2 purple mushrooms, and also 2 fly agarics. I actually really like watching it all like this, but that's not really all. These crafts are not just very expensive, they will now turn out to be very imbecile things. You're just going to be in shock right now, and it will all be on our server. So well, let's move on. Next, consider the blood of builders with potatoes. It is made of 2 blue potates, as they are being made now, we will see. Also, 2 iron ingots, a gold ingot, a diamond, I wanted to say a diamond ingot shorter than 1, a bucket of lava, a bucket of water, and also dynamite. Blue potatoes are made from Yuxi, also in 8 boxes with potatoes. By the way, there may also be a reference in this blue potato, but this is not accurate. In general, this is all about crafting items. Because of this, everything will be fine. If anything, as I probably already said, the following items will be crafted. Namely, this is first of all, the builder's multi-tool. This is our multi-tool of the best potato builders. I'll tell you right away by the characteristics, there are 13 damage and 2 attack speed. That is, the speed is just huge, and the damage itself, estimate 13, is a lot. In fact, it's like hitting with an axe, only even faster, and even faster than with a sword. And this multi-tool is made from an invisible ingot of an invisible pickaxe, also by 3 of our best builders. In general, why is it called that? You can say it's an imba, but in fact, well, again, take a look at crafting. Let's say we have some kind of axle. First of all, it is very expensive to craft, but the most expensive is blood, because I hoped not only from such components, but also from blue potat with which it is made from yucks. And yuxi is also ultra expensive. Here, consider that diamonds, iron, all this gold are shorter. It all needs to be mined. You estimate how long. Then you will also be able to make a brand new very cool potato armor with this mod. Here we have the following characteristics: armor 5, hardness 4, 10, 8, and finally 5. This armor is much better than Rita's. Let's compare it now. Here, we have 10-4 on the breastplate, and it's made of right 8 and 3. That is, it is really better. Well, maybe not right ultra is better, but just look at the texture. I think that all your words and doubts will go back, because it's just the best armor. See on potato, look how cool she is. From behind, this is what it looks like. You are literally some kind of fried potato, which, I do not know, goes around the world and destroys everything and everything, because it can already be enchanted, and in general, it will be just a top. By the way, on our assembly, this armor, if I'm not mistaken, is the best of all. Let's see how it's done. It is made from potatoes, and also potato elements. Here we have already considered blue potates, and we also have a distrit or diter, and here is a spoiler like this. Let's see how the distortion is done. It is made of spoilers of 8 pieces and also yuxi, and our spoil is made from yuxi and blue potatoes. In short, here we have everything tied to the yukos. Well, of course, blue potatoes are already being made. We have already watched how yuxi is also made from ordinary potatoes. In short, you will need a huge amount of potatoes. You will literally walk. Here you have 1 bib, that's stacks of potatoes. You figure out what kind of potato layer there is. Well, of course, everywhere this whole thing is tied to potatoes. By the way, this is exactly the same in my opinion. The first craft that is tied to potatoes. Yes, look, really here, we only have armor, and the next very cool sword. Potato sword. This is our potation 3000. In short, the potato capacity is 3000. I do not know how to translate it. In short, potatoes are 3000, roughly speaking. We make it from spoiled potatoes, distri, blue, and also ordinary potatoes. Well, naturally sticks. We consider this to be just potatoes on a stick, just a huge potato, of construction size, literally the size of my head. And this potato will cause as much as 35 damage, has a speed of 1 and 6. It also says here, that this thing is made only for potatoes. And finally, let's consider these potato blue spoils. I don't know how the spoi are translated, and also distras. That is, some kind of destroyed or something like that. In short, are usually this blue potato. It will move us to the ordinary world, and it will move to hell, and finally distort. Most likely it reads like this, but it will teleport us to the edge. But, just as it is written here, will make us very strong. Let's check them out in short. By the way, what about the food we have here? Here we have 2 sticks, and also how many 6 saturations. Here we have 318 saturations, and here finally, 4 and 48 saturations. In short, we sell the first potato. It's not so expensive, but by the way, they teleport us somewhere in the ordinary world, probably. By the way, teleportation has been going on for a very long time. Listen, I'm scared. So, well, in short, I'm in the ordinary world. It's just that apparently the download was from the ordinary world to the ordinary world, and this is quite a buggy thing that happened to us. In short, further, the pots argue, everything should work fine now. We should teleport according to the plan to hell. So the loading of the territory, and here we are in hell. And finally, the potatoes distort. That's it. So, this is us, as I understand it. Yes, this is the edge. We are in the edge, and by the way, is the force superimposed on us. Phew, everyone finally got to the ordinary world. As many as 2 times, think about it, now I've come in. The first time from the ordinary world, and the second time from the edge. In short, cool potatoes. Excuses are ultra expensive. I do not know if they should be used as a teleporter. And by the way, as an idea for the assembly, you can simply turn off the portals to hell and to the edge, and add such potatoes with which you can move between worlds, and very expensive. But let them grow potatoes, what can they do? Well, there was a potato with you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, put likes, write comments, and also click on the bell, so as not to miss daily videos.